Solar Waffles. Erase is overrated. What?
What the fuck?
Did I just say that out loud? I'm sorry. With every new season of anime, there is some anime that spikes between the audience, that polarizes the audience and creating the audience into two parts. The one who touted that one of the greatest anime ever made, and the one who decry it as something just a cheap written knockoff of some popular anime. And with Erase, let's see what it does and it doesn't do. The review is based on the fact that the viewer is accustomed with the premise of the show, and so let's begin. Erase owes its popularity to a few reasons. Number one, its time travel story. Throughout the years, we've been given shows such as Steins Gate, movies such as The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, and they fascinate everybody. The sole fact to change time and to go back into time or change something fascinates everybody. And it is really popular among everybody. Number two, Erased is a mysterious romantic story kind of genre where Satoru is an ideal character who has failed into his life, who has failed into becoming a success in his career, and who does not have many friends and who does not hold much emotions within him. He goes back into time to save his mom and a girl he barely knows, just to save everybody from a mysterious killer. And this could be achieved by just quirks that are like quick wit and actions that require quickness, and Satoru does that. And number three, and most importantly, the awesome audiovisual compelling experience that Erased gave us. I could talk days and days and nights about how awesome or how brilliant is Erased at its audiovisual creation. Now let's talk about story and characters. The story of Erased revolves around a guy, Satoru, who is 29 years old and works as a Pizza Hut employee and who wants to become a mangaka. And he has something called as revival. Now this revival helps him to go back into time a little minutes or a few minutes, and what he does is he saves people from accidents that are ahead of his time, or he sees those accidents, he wants to save those people. Now during one time when he was saving one of the people and saving one accident from happening, he gets injured and he is hospitalized. And at that time, his mother, who does not live with him, comes to stay with him. And what happens is when he is recovered and he goes back to his job, where while his mom is at home, she gets stabbed. Like literally the next day, she gets stabbed. I don't. Why is this so important that the immediate action of dying of people is important in the plot? Like, let us have some time with the character, let us sympathize for them. But no, it's just like Attack on Titan, you just see people killing. That is not good for an anime. So now when he comes back to the apartment, he sees his mom dead with blood all over and she trying to reach for something. Now he does not know what has happened, but what really happened was a guy in a fedora has stabbed her in the back. No, we don't know why he did that or what was his intention mostly. So when he goes to the corpse of his mother and he finds that he just touches her out of grief, and someone in the neighbor comes and watches that and comes to the conclusion that Satoru himself killed his mom. Like, that was downhill. That was completely downhill for Satoru. After that, a ton of events takes place and he's grieved and he's in much suffering that we wouldn't believe. Now, what happened at that time is like he goes back into revival. Revival hits him and he goes back 18 years. Now 18 years he goes back to 1988 when he was just 10 years old. Now he does not know why he was here and he thinks that it was the time where everything started, and he tries to save his mom at that time, during that timeline. And while saving his mom, he also thinks of the few other, murderers that have been having during that time, his friends who were murdered during that time. He tries to save them too. Now the love hero of this anime, Kaio Hinazuko, was also murdered on her birthday, 2nd March, which is the same birthday of our protagonist Satoru. So he tries to save her and he gets back in in mid-February during the revival, and he has very less time left to save her. So now he has to do everything to save his mom, his friends, and his our heroine, Kaio Hinazuki. Now, the suspect of who might have murdered these childs during that time was Jin Satorio, also known as Yuki by the students and by the small kids who were there in the park. Because why people suspect him is because he was a loner. He was not the person who interacts with everybody, but he interacts with small children in the park during the day. And that was a big giant red flag for everybody. So everybody thinks of him as the killer, but Satoru remembers him as a very kind-hearted person because he loved his job, he loved working with his father. And he did not think that Yuki was the one who killed everybody or who murdered these children. So that's all for the story and characters. Animation. Through the amazing use of score and ambience and different types of tones in the anime, even pictures have put their heart out in the creation of this anime, Erased. Like, you can just see right through their hard work, their time put out into the creation and audiovisual experience of Erased. And it is used in such a way that you might have not thought of, and it sticks to you. I was rather, intrigued by the animation than rather by the story, and I felt that animation did play like one of the most important parts in this anime. Now let's talk about sound. The two voice actors that have portrayed Satoru is really amazing. I did not feel like there were two voices. I did not feel like there were two other people playing a single role. That really kept me. And the other voice actors have also done a really great job. The opening in this anime is by Asian Kung Fu Generation, and the ending is Ballad by Sayuri. And I get it why people are hating on this anime, because these two opening and ending are really a part of the anime and create what the anime is all about. Final verdict. The problem with Erase lies within itself. The concept of preventing occurrences while time traveling and saving people has been used in numerous of works. And in this anime it is used completely random. Like, it did not feel out of place, but yeah, it did a number on me and everybody else who watched the show. Now the character or the, sorry, I'm not sorry, shit man. Really character you're saying? The writer uses it completely random rather to grow the character and to cultivate the character. It is used in a way to change the direction of the narrative. It could have been used in a way to grow the character, and that would have resulted in much and much better of the anime and overall experience of the anime. Now that's all that have really bugged me about the anime, and that what's really bugged me about Erased. Thanks for watching. If you sorry, I completely forgot about the rating. Well, rating is important, So I would give this anime a rating of 7.4 out of 10 because it is an amazing anime till you have reached the 6 hours point after you have seen the show. After that, when you sit down and think about the anime, you see about the plot and you think about the characters, you come to know that there is some problems with it. So that's why I would have gave it a 7.5 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Please give it a thumbs up if you like our video, and subscribe to the channel if you like our work. And comment down below what are your thoughts about Erased and what are the plot holes that you saw in the anime, and give us suggestions on what anime we should review next, and or any other reaction that we should do. Thanks for watching.